Hello everyone, this is day 69 of building a house every day for 100 days. As I'm sure you can tell by length of this video, kind of got a long one here. Not exactly sure what I'm going to talk about this whole time, but I'll try. Get rid of the house here. Got a lot of suggestions for like kind of a castle kind of theme. I'm not really sure how to build a castle if I'm being honest. So kind of went for this like castle wall, like guarding like a nice looking house. Get the wall up here. As I'm getting this up, just want to say this house build was streamed live on my YouTube channel. I stream maybe every other day. So if you ever want to catch one, stop by the stream, building the house. A lot of suggestions were taken from chat for this one. So, if you guys want to be part of the building process, stop by. I really appreciate it. Getting the texture on the wall. Go for like a gradient. Pretty simple gradient, just like cobble, stone brick, up to like stone and andesite. I moved this wall kind of forward in a bit. Just kind of figure I needed more space. But I'm just getting the shape of the wall up. Just trying to figure out exactly what I want to do with it. Another thing I'll plug as I'm building this, opened a Discord the other day. A lot of really cool people in there. A lot of talk about building. A lot of feedback and suggestions. So if you guys want to be part of that, there'll be a link down below to join. Pretty cool community. Kind of building over there. Getting the shape of the wall in here. Kind of trying to figure out how to make it like symmetrical and how I want it to all line up. Decided to make like a block taller, kind of make it a bit bigger on the top. Mix in some concrete powder, some like polished andesite, some like brighter colors at the top of the gradient. Fill in the floor. Get these kind of like higher block points. Liking the way the wall is coming out so far. Go like kind of like fence in, like a gate. Do a bit of landscaping. Kind of realize like the land is a bit in the way. It's like just trying to figure out how I could really fit an actual structure in this build with this hill. Start outlining it. Move the wall forward a bit. Just give me some more space. People in the comments were suggesting like a castle build, but kind of the problem with it is like in this space, it's like a 20 by 20 space. There's really just like no way to fit like a proper castle. So I kind of decided to just go for this like fort, kind of like guarded home. Not exactly sure. The build itself probably doesn't really make much sense, but it's what I could fit. Pretty happy with the way it came out. Just getting the frame of the house, trying to figure out like how big I want it, how I want the roof to all meet up. Getting like the shape of the walls in. Decided to make like the main like back roof steeper. Kind of feel like it just stands out more. It's kind of more like interesting. As I'm building this, just to say this house is dedicated to my patron Dylan Olives. If you want a house dedicated to yourself for just $3 a month on Patreon, you could support the series and you get a house with the sign on it with your name. You also get access to every schematic for the series. So yeah, if you want to throw a couple bucks my way, really appreciate it. Of course you don't have to. Just like viewing the series is, I really appreciate that, honestly. So yeah, I'll be linked down below. Connecting to the roof. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use cyan on it at this point for the roof, just kind of like a texture and like a gradient. But it's kind of a placeholder for now. Not 100% sure. So just filling everything in. Decided to replace the like frame with dark oak instead of spruce. I just figured kind of has better contrast with it. It just is like a better looking color. in my opinion. It just helps everything else pop. Spruce looked a bit dull. Trying to figure out what I want to do with the house here. I figure the wall is kind of obstructing it too much, so I decided to make it a bit taller. Just so it can like poke over the wall more, kind of be more visual. I'm messing around with foundation. I don't keep foundation on it. I do raise it up a bit though. I extend it down. Kind of get a gradient going. Just trying to figure out exactly how I want it to, you know, what colors I want to be in it. At first I was thinking deep slate, but instead I decided to just go for like, you know, cobblestone all the way to white blocks at the top. Figured it's gonna look better. I feel like deep slate is kind of tough to like mix into a gradient with stone. I feel like it's like kind of abrupt. So I scrapped deep slate. Just gonna, you know, cobble, cracked stone brick, stone, andesite, polished andesite, light gray concrete powder, some calcite, diorite, and then white concrete and concrete powder. Not a perfect gradient. I like the way it looks though. So I get to gradienting the walls here. This kind of honestly takes a minute. Just, you know, gradually kind of bring it up. Just trying to make sure there's no like patterns, no symmetry. Like those kind of things will immediately ruin a gradient if it looks like there's like stripes of a color, or if it looks like there's too much of one color in one spot. Just kind of ruins it. So you gotta kind of be careful to make it look very mixed. Just kind of going layer by layer, mix into the ground a bit. Stone bricks, stone, the andesite in. Just slowly building it up layer by layer here. Pretty happy with how the gradient came out. I feel like it just adds like a nice element to the build that like you wouldn't get without a gradient. Like sometimes you just randomly mix blocks in for like texture and it looks okay, but with a gradient it kind of helps like just bring your eyes like towards the top of the build. It just like draws the attention. The viewer suggested like a black roof. Personally, I wasn't a fan of it, so I go back to cyan. Start texturing here. Decided to go for light blue on the top, bit of a gradient. Nothing like too crazy. Just figure it looked a bit better with two different colors. Kind of similar to what I did on day 65, I think was this day. But on day 65 I had green in it as well. But just a cyan to light blue, looks pretty good. You're just filling it in. Getting some other blocks for texture, you know, concrete powder, concrete. I mix a few stripped warped logs into it. It's just kind of like a good color. It's somewhere between light blue and cyan, so it kind of just helps, you know, blend it a bit. Hit the back here and do the same thing. Just more texturing. Takes a while, but I feel like it's worth it in the end to like do all this texturing stuff. Because the difference between like a completely flat roof and a roof with like a gradient and texture is like, it's pretty like big. Just looks way better with it. Get a window in the front now. Go for this like big stained glass window. Using the same colors as the roof, kind of like keep like a theme going. Figuring out where I want the floors to be to decide where I want to put windows. Decided to give it like kind of a porch. Like raise it up a bit. I feel like it fixes the issue I had earlier with the like foundation and the height. Just like raising it by like a block. Figuring out where I want the door and everything. You know, window in the front and everything. Move the wall back another block just to give me some more space. Bring the porch on the sides, kind of go for like a wraparound porch with this like front section of the house. Put railings in. So, you know, make the door. It's like a big door. Kind of like curved on the top. Put some windows in. If you're liking the video so far, by the way, you know, subscribe, like the video. I upload videos like this every single day, so yeah, I really appreciate it. You know, putting the windows on the front here. Decided to put one on the side as well. Decided to make this one just gray so that the front window kind of stands out. It's a bit more unique. Heading back to the front here. Decided to put like cover on, like some covered stuff on the porch. At first I go for these like two smaller individual sections. You know, texture them similarly to the roof here, just kind of make them like blend in. Decided to connect them, which I do in a second here. Certain all blocks to mix in here for that slab layer. Someone in chat suggested like dark prismarine. I agree, it looks pretty good. Head around the back. Put some, you know, more windows around the back here. Figure out where I want the floor on the inside to kind of like judge where I put the windows. Back to the front, I get a path in. Kind of clean up the landscaping. Put some bushes around the wall, kind of like make it look less out of place. I decided to cover like the whole front with a porch. At first I wasn't really sure, but I think it looks pretty good. Kind of unique how it like isn't flat, like the front comes out a bit more. Put some more bushes around, some grass. Just kind of make it look like it's in the landscape more. Just put some smaller details around. Got these flower pots in front of the windows. Fill the flower pots in. Put some lanterns around for some color. The porch was too dark, and like under the roof and everything. So hang some lanterns around the back, hang some flower pots. Like the way it's going out so far. I think it's like, it's an interesting like idea, the castle and everything. Put this like floor in the interior so I can like judge where I want to put this windows on the second story. Hang some more lanterns up, hang some more flower pots. Get this window on the back. I think it just kind of like completes the back side of this build. Get some more flower pots hanging here. Kind of like the way they look with the fences. Put another window there for the kitchen. Get these like 3 flower pots up under the windows. Just kind of add some more detail to the back, add a bit of color once I put stuff in them. I feel like the red pops nice with the roof. It's really the outside almost done. Hang a couple more flower pots. A couple more lanterns on the front. Hang some lanterns on the wall as well. Kind of make it look like more in line with the house. Some flower pots as well. Start building a flagpole here. Not exactly sure how I want it to look. Chat, Twitch chat, or I guess YouTube chat. Stream on YouTube. Suggested I put a flag, get a bit of a gradient on it. I do scrap this, but I bring it back after, so you'll see it in the final like walkthrough footage. You know, I was feeling all right with the flag, but you know, I was getting bullied by Brody in chat. You know, Wavy Brody, the GOAT, #1 Glazer. He was bullying me and said it looked bad, so I removed it. Kind of like chairs on the left here. Put like dispensers, I guess, like in my mind, like maybe like cannons. I really don't know. In my head, this is like purely decorative. Like they're not actually defending against anything. But it's really about it for the outside. Go like a rug. The porch. Couple more lanterns. Get started on the interior. Figure out I kind of want to put a kitchen there. Get this like welcome rug. Couple armor stands. I put lights in here in a second. Sorry, it's a bit dark. Get the kitchen going. Get like a shelf, you know, some candles. Some bookshelves. Paintings. Just kind of fill the space out. Get a lantern in the kitchen, you know, a flower pot. Over on the left here, we have like a kind of living space. Almost like a theater room. You know, get the rug down. Armor stand in the corner. Flower pot in that corner. Flower pot hanging, you know, like a desk area. Couple more paintings. Hood over here on the right. Kind of quick dining space. Again, nothing too crazy. Couple flower pots, pressure plates, which are like kind of plates in my mind, I guess. Carry the rug over a bit. Throw a couple paintings up just to fill the walls. Hang some more flower pots. I hang a couple lanterns as well. Just kind of light the space up and to fill out this like ceiling area because there's a loft there, which you'll see in a second. Up to the second floor. Kind of figuring out how I want to use and like separate this space. So I decide over here I'm gonna have a bedroom. I put like these like logs up to kind of separate it and also like give me a place to put like more detail. Put some lanterns, some candles up there, some flower pots. Clean up the walls a bit. Armor stand. Hang some lanterns for light. Kind of like nightstands on the side. A few paintings on the walls. Hang another flower pot on the left there. Paintings in the back on the wall there. Someone in chat suggests I use banners. It's kind of a good idea. So use that to kind of separate the bed space a bit. Make a seating area on the left. Couple flower pots. Here in the middle, at first I kind of figured I'm gonna make a pool table, but I had a genius idea because at the time on the stream we were talking about gambling for some reason. So over here we got a roulette table. You know, put it on red. Got some candles. In my mind they kind of look like chips. I don't know. Got like a dresser here on the left. Bunch of lanterns, bunch of flower pots from the ceiling. Just kind of fill the space out because a lot of empty space in the ceiling. A few more lanterns. Put a candle on the railing. Can't really see anything because I'm in the wall. You know, a couple final details, and yeah, it's really about it. If you want to see the next one be built live, you know, I do these on stream sometimes. This house, again, dedicated to my patron, Dylan Olive. If you want a Patreon, if you want a house dedicated to yourself, you know, hop on Patreon, just $3. I really appreciate the support. Join the Discord, you know, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching.